Kales.
And I'm Mel.
And welcome to the second episode of
Get the Fuck Out of the Closet! Cue the track.
Oh, drama.
Oh, drama.
No one likes lesbian drama.
No one likes lesbian drama.
Oh, drama.
Welcome back. We're back and better than ever for episode 2.
Welcome back, guys. And you know what? To start this episode off, we've decided to talk about everybody's favorite subject, lesbian drama.
Mo JoJo.
Okay, so I don't know if you pick up that reference if you're born before the 2000s, but whatever. We're going to be talking about JoJo and Kylie and the current breakup speculation, which is kind of all of my TikTok account is right now.
Single tear.
As you guys know, my one claim to fame, which is actually Mel's claim to fame, is calling the breakup before everybody else last time. And so, do you think we're on that same kind of track this time?
So I think the second time around is always different. I mean, now, they've already gone through, the emotional breakup. We're not talking, we're not seeing each other. And then when they got back together, I'm sure they had this conversation.
What happened? What are we going to do if it happens again?
What are we going to do? I mean, they're women, you know what I mean? This isn't a hetero relationship. Obviously, they discussed this. They're like, okay, so, we already broke up once. The next time it happens, or not even the next time it happens, but just, talking with precaution. Age is but a number. JoJo is a smart girl. Kylie seems smart, too. I mean, but just JoJo, with kind of everything she's got going on, the way she's made it all this way, she's got to be a smart girl.
No, I agree. I feel like we're getting the signs right now that they're on a break, which is kind of what was happening last time when we started figuring this out, because, the second they're over, I feel like they'll cut the Instagrams and it will turn kind of, mean. You know how it happens, when you finally break up? But for now, we're just kind of getting the radio silence and then the thirst traps.
Oh, sorry. I can't do that.
We as, I guess we're Gen Z, but whatever, as older Gen Z folk, just do not get the hey mamas whole epidemic.
It's just, so cringe. Is cringe?
You know that sound right now that's that is so cringe. Guilty! Yeah, but I'm not guilty of the hey mamas fad.
I think I, want to be a hey mama's lesbian, but I just, don't know, where's your shame?
No, that's
where's your shame?
But, I mean, they're getting lots of views on it and people enjoy it.
No,
and, they also have more confidence than us to sit up there and do it.
So much more confidence than us.
No, I get so embarrassed thinking about, people, even saying, my TikToks, just talking my stupid shit on the internet. I'm like, oh,
I get embarrassed,
can't imagine.
being by myself, just talking to my phone. No one's there. There's no one to be embarrassed. I'm just embarrassed, for myself.
No.
I know, this is why I've been, having such a hard time of, getting my TikTok going. Special shout out to my 77 followers. I see you guys, and I appreciate you.
Mel's on this new thing of posting a TikTok a day, and, because, something will take off. It happens, so.
It happens, it doesn't happen. We'll just see.
You guys go check it out and give her some pointers.
Give me some pointers.
About what the people want to see. Maybe you just gotta get back into, you gotta be my side lesbian drama thing,
But, I don't know, you already have your whole account page going. I'm happy with just feeding you text messages. It's during the day I'm sending Kaylee paragraphs of what I'm thinking about.
I'm also no, this morning she sent me Kylie's TikTok and I was I'm on it. I'm working on the TikTok, Mel. And she's no, I was just making sure you got the drama.
You texted me. Well, I sent you the TikTok and you were like, Mel, remember I'm blocked.
I am blocked. Kylie did block me.
Exhibit B. That's why we think they probably broke up. It's because they know Kaylee's out here.
Well, I also feel there was no hard feelings, even the first time I called the breakup, and Kylie actually followed me right after that when I was kind of posting about JoJo being with all these other girls, and then I eventually at some point I got unfollowed. I think she was tired of seeing that, which understood. But then she didn't block me the whole first couple of videos I made about the new breakup until she started getting on TikTok and posting again. So I'm oh, you don't want me to have the scoop, but my DMs are already full of people saving the video and sending it straight to me. So I already have it, which I know I mind my own business, but I won't.
I feel when celebrities, celebrities, how big or small, whatever, social media drama, when people block each other, it's just so dumb because obviously you're gonna be able to see
it's a public account. It's if you're trying to send a message, fine. But my whole thing is if you post something on the internet, you're giving people every right to just think and feel the way they want about it. And you're also not posting things on the internet for no reason, for shits and gigs. You have a purpose. Kylie's not on TikTok for how long and then comes back the second the breakup rumors start going around and starts posting thirst traps. You're trying to show that to JoJo.
Honestly,
that's what I would be doing.
Kylie can get it though.
No, and that's what she knows too, and that's what I think the whole dynamic is. Because JoJo with those other girls, JoJo
can get it as well.
No, but that's a clear fact. But for who can't JoJo get? And it seems to be Kylie. She's the hard to get kind of aspect
which
there.
Is so crazy. Not good on you, Kylie. Way to go,
well, I
girl.
also think
do your thing.
I kind of remember watching a podcast of them, and Kylie was I had no idea who JoJo Siwa was. It just didn't really like crossed her mind when they met. And so I think it probably started to kind of a different dynamic.
Yeah.
And they were young.
Honestly, if I met JoJo Siwa on a boat, like
At like 14.
a little, like 2 years ago, I would have not known who she was.
No, we all only know she is because she's a lesbian.
I specifically like started getting really invested during her stint on Dancing with the Stars.
Why?
What do you think?
Was it this? Were you just like lit to be watching an ABC show and she was dancing on it?
I'm just passionate about ballroom dancing. My mom really likes those kind of shows like American Idol, Dancing with the Stars,
Bachelor.
The Bachelor. Like we would watch that like, you know, at least like couple times a week. So like, and though I do think a lot of those shows have gone downhill, like come on, American Idol, like The Bachelor.
The Bachelor.
I mean, say what you want, but like it was way better like
They're
10
having
years
2
ago.
bachelors this season.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Are they gay?
Anyways, but no, they're not. It's like literally 2 men, I think.
Then I don't care.
Yeah, honestly. Anyways, yeah, so her being on Dancing with the Stars with the 2 women was like,
Yeah,
the
I was
spark.
here for it. It was like, honestly, I was just like, yeah, that was the spark.
Yeah. I don't know. I was a Dance Moms fan, so I think I just kind of knew who she was. Then when she kind of came back around the second time, I was like, oh, because people thought she was a lesbian before she came out on TikTok. So like, I was on TikTok and became part of JoJo Siwa is definitely a lesbian. Look how she dresses when she's not in sparkles. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. You know me. I love to call everybody gay. So I was like, I'm in. And then when she actually came out, I was like, I was part of the people who knew. That's how I should have started my career.
Yeah.
But you can't out people.
Unless they're in like queer conspiracies.
Yeah, unless they're part of Mel's game. Whatever. Any last thoughts on the JoJo Kylie breakup? Like, do you have any sort of timeline? Let's make some estimations. Or if they stay together, that can be your vote too.
Well, we know they are Gen Zers, so who knows? They could be doing some like freaky, like
Just fuck with it.
open relationship shit. Like who knows? Like I don't know, guys. It could be anything.
We'll see. I think we'll find out a lot when Kylie gets to college. Somewhere in California, which is like,
right on.
that's close to JoJo, but like JoJo can't just like go to parties. JoJo Siwa, she can't get caught drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, she can. Fuck it, do whatever the fuck you want.
Honestly, no, she's bound to have her Miley moment, you know, or like Britney moment.
I will die. I will
I can't
die.
wait. I can't
Her mom
wait.
will die.
Yeah. When you do, you can come eat candy with us. Her mom and your mom have to meet.
That's another reason why I feel like I like
Kaylee's mom, like it reminds me so much of JoJo's mom.
No, they're identical. Like the way that they conduct themselves, even like my relationship with my mom and JoJo's relationship with her mom. Like obviously from what we see, I mean, I've seen Dance Moms and fucking Seawell's Pop Revolution or whatever, but no, the way that they just like act is just like way too similar.
It's so funny.
I think it's just because they're white moms.
I forget her name because I want to call her your mom's name.
Jesslyn.
Yeah.
They're Jesslyn and JoJo.
Yeah.
And we're Kelly and Kaylee.
Yeah. I know, guys. The particle
That's bad.
accelerator.
That's bad.
The universe did like a beep boop beep.
Mel's convinced that we switched dimensions on July 5th, so if you start feeling weird, that is why.
So I've been really into like alien TikTok recently.
It's not recent. It's
not recent.
She doesn't have lesbian shit on her For You page. I'm like, oh, did you see
do,
this?
I
I'm like,
do.
did you see this TikTok? Well, mine's just a bunch of alien stuff. I'm like, all right. That's exactly what you said to me. I was like, okay.
I mean, if you guys haven't gone down that rabbit hole, like, would recommend. If you're just like, you know, you want to feel something.
If you want to just like question more of like, you know, your presence here on Earth, like,
I know. It's because, guys, I mean, I already said this. Like, since, like, you know, being Catholic and, like, being gay, I'm just like, I don't know. Like,
Fuck
I think
it.
now I think it's just the aliens.
you're like, man, now I'll blow that shit out the window. That's the product of fucking aliens.
For sure.
That's why nothing matters. All right, guys, if you're new here, if you're not new here, whatever. Every episode, we're trying to have a theme of a different kind of coming out story. Hence why we are in a closet.
So for today's theme, we have
Forced coming out. All right, how did we get to this theme? Actually, we got to this theme because we have a really good story to tell. And then we centered the rest of the theme around the story. So bottom line, the theme of our stories we're going to tell is when coming out is actually the easier option, which I think is pretty rare overall.
I don't know. I always think it's easier to tell the truth. It's just like lies that get you in like all kinds of situations that give me Catholic guilt and stress. My grandma's a lesbian. Okay, so my grandma. So I found out that my grandma was lesbian because like basically like long story short, like I had this friend that had a crush on me in high school, and this was like far before I came out of the closet. Stopped seeing the friend as much just because like it kind of got weird. And then my mom was asking me why I wasn't seeing this friend as much anymore. Oh, and I don't tell my mom everything. Like we don't really have like that kind of relationship. Like I tell her, not that I don't talk to my mom, like not everything. So like I wouldn't have told you this, but we were actually at a soccer tournament. I played club soccer. We just pulled into a parking spot and she was asking me about it. We were talking about it like on the way to the tournament. I was like, Mom, I really don't want to talk about it. I really don't want to talk about it. And she actually locked me in the car, like locked the car
you
doors.
tell her?
And was like, what is going on? And I was like, I'm not telling you. And then I was like, you know
She's
what?
like hoping she can fix it.
I know. No, so I told her, I was like, Mom, what's actually going on is this girl has a crush on me. I'm just like not interested. Like now it's kind of weird. And you know, my mom actually started crying for the other girl.
She was like, oh, I wish my lips to Melissa. Could be in love with her.
No.
She didn't really want that for you, but she wanted the other girl to like not have that problem.
No, she was just like, that is just so sad. Poor girl. Like, poor girl. Like,
Struggling with her sexuality.
Melissa, like, you weren't mean to her, were you? And I was like, no, what the fuck? What the hell, Mom? So my mom was making me feel bad about like how I reacted to my best friend in high school telling me that she was into me. But anyways, then my mom told me that she actually suspected that my grandma was a lesbian because
Is this her mom?
yeah.
Okay.
My mom's mom.
So, okay.
So my mom was telling me like, oh, like I guess her mom used to be like she used to work for the airlines or something. The airlines. I think she might have been a flight attendant at one point, but I think she had like a higher, honestly, role. She's like super proud of it, you know. Like,
Okay,
this was like
facts.
back in the time when like she lived in like Venezuela, like, and my mom's dad had left them like a while ago, so it was just like my grandma raising all four of them. So I think she was gone a lot too, like with her job with the airlines, and she always had this like friend that I guess like worked with her for the airlines that she was like always like jetting off with. And
History will call them roommates.
I know, and I guess they didn't think too much of it until my mom and her brother actually like walked in on them one day like in bed together, and she said that like they just like I think they just walked out and like nobody has ever spoken of it like until this day.
It like keeps your mom up every single
Like
night.
to this day. Yeah, but like my poor grandma like lived this whole life, and like I really think she's lesbian just because of like how supportive she is.
That's
Like with
always
me
a
and my
tough- that's just
relationship.
that. They either,
Yeah,
like-
she loves my
Well, it's
girlfriend.
either one of the extremes. They're either like super against it or they're like super for it, and I feel like both those equal gay.
She also like says like things that would like allude to it. Like she's just like, Melissa, you know, don't listen to everyone. Like you only have one life. You gotta live it how you want to live it. I'm like, okay, grandma.
Like, I'm living.
I got you. She's also said to me like a couple times, like, you know, she gets a little drunk off that Cabernet. She'd be like, I have stories to tell you before I die. I'm like,
What kind of stories? You guys, you
In
know,
high
this
school.
is a perfect transition because you don't know what is a common theme in Mel's life is
What?
having people obsessed with you and then you not knowing how to like cut the cord, and it's like it's never your fault, and I've personally witnessed this happen to you, and this is actually like the story that we were really excited to tell. Because I don't know what Mel does. You know what I kind of think it is?
I have a special effect on women.
No, you know what I kind of think it is? Like,
What?
you know how everybody's like first lesbian crush is like somebody who's like confident and like gay.
Okay.
And so even though you weren't like confident and gay, like you still like have some of those like aura about you. And so like same
I'll
thing with
take
Maya
it.
Olivia. She like that's why every woman likes her because she just like looks like the exact. If you're gonna date
Like a bad bitch.
no, but like also like if you're gonna date a gay woman, like that's the kind of gay woman you want. Like it's not super feminine, not super masculine. It just like walks the line perfectly that you know they're gay. So then you're not thinking, oh, this is a woman. You're thinking like, oh, this is a gay woman. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I feel like you
I'll
kind
take
of have
it.
that. Yeah, you kind
I'll
of have
take
that
it.
presence. That's why you say you come off more gay than me.
Yeah, I do have just like I kind of have big energy.
Yeah. Well, it's just like you don't have super feminine energy or
No, for sure
masculine.
not.
You're just like a gay woman in like, the best way ever. Like that's a compliment. Those are my favorite kind of
Thank you.
women. Yes.
Thank you.
The ones who toe the line. Like you know they're gay, but like you only know they're gay when you're also gay.
You know what drives me crazy is like, and this is specifically on my mind because of all the Hitlers.
Yeah.
But
For reference, that is a straight Taylor Swift fan. The Swifties. We're gaylers.
gaylers versus like Hitlers.
Yeah.
I hope you get it.
Just Google it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Google it. There's like a whole website.
It's actually KaylerEvidence.com. Anyways,
Yeah, there we
continue.
go. What I hate is when all the hets think that like calling someone gay is like an insult still, and it's just like, I mean, if I'm calling you gay, like honestly, like that's a big compliment because gay people are my favorite.
No, I think when someone's gay, I'm like so much more excited because I know like we just get each other. We've been
Yeah.
to the same shit. I know you and your partner probably have an equal enough relationship. Like
Yeah.
it's just like I know you're not. It's
hard to relate to the
actually
heads.
scratch all that. I know you're not dealing with men's bullshit, and I'm like fuck yeah, bitch. And like even the same thing with gay men. Like I just don't believe in straight couples. I guess
Well,
actually
I just feel like if you're
do.
gay that you have solidified, you know, you're doing what you want to do.
Oh, I actually thought about this. I thought about this yesterday for some reason that like the second that you decide to be like authentically yourself, and that happens a lot of the times when you come out of the closet, like you don't have any other choice but to just be gay and like just finish the rest of your life being your authentic self. But when you choose that path, you no longer care what people think about you.
Yeah.
Because you're just you anyways. Like when you're pretending to be something you're not,
Then you're really concerned with the optics.
and when when you're pretending to be something you're not and people don't like it, you're like, shit, I'm pretending wrong. But when
Yeah,
you're just
yeah,
being
yeah,
you
yeah.
and people don't like it, you're like,
like,
what the
go
fuck
fuck
can I
yourself.
do? Yeah, whoops.
Yeah.
This is just me. Sorry, guys. And that's how I feel now, and I feel like I felt like that ever since I kind of came out of the closet.
Oh my gosh, I feel like coming out of the closet, like, and I know this is a cliche, but I feel like I really like broke out of my shell, honestly. Like I never would have wore this shirt when I was straight, but this is a sick shirt.
It is a sick shirt. You
Thank
can
you.
you can dress however you want.
That's
like,
what
the best part.
I love dressing however I want. I'm like,
love
I feel
dressing
crazy
however
today.
I
I'm gonna
want.
wear this crazy outfit. It doesn't matter.
Melly like send me options options. I'm like, pick out the ugly one. It's cute.
I know, my girlfriend hates this shirt.
I liked it.
I got it at Goodwill, actually. It's like embroidered.
Yeah.
With like tiki huts.
All right, fuck it. Let's get back to the theme. Forced comings out. This is the time that I had to come out to my sorority because Mel and I got blackmailed. Actually, I got blackmailed because of Mel.
This is my fault.
This is all Mel's fault that I got kicked out of my sorority.
Yeah. So, anyways, this was back in college. Like, I think I was, you know, definitely like dipping my toe into the women scene, but like I still wasn't like that experienced yet. We had just started hanging out with this new friend.
I don't think it was that natural. I think that like people had started like hearing the rumors around that like we had just decided to start living these like we were roommates too. So like the second we both came out as gay, we just became like the fucking gay friends. I feel like
We were dating.
we were not dating. But people were like, no, because the same girls that kind of came onto me in college like sought us out because we were gay.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, we happened to meet each other in the class, like we're both girls, whatever. No. Like we were sought out because like we were gay and they were all bisexuals. We were the good testing waters. And so I think one of our friends set you up with her. Like she was like, oh, so-and-so is like into you, Mel. Okay, so basically like Mel gets set up with Becky. And did you know her?
Not really, honestly. I'd only heard about her because she was like the president of
Title IX.
Like, yeah, like not like Title IX club, but like Title IX like enforcers of the school.
Yeah, like the newsletter.
Anyways, so I got set up with this girl.
And I feel like we took her out. Like we took her out for the first time. We were like, oh, come on over, Becky. Like you can come out with us. We had like a sick house and we had like a sick trap pad. And so like we would host pre-games and our roommates would hate us because they would be like, don't have pre-games in the house. We would just throw them in the attic. And we'd have like 12 people in our fucking attic like stomping around and shit. But whatever.
We just had like really sick.
It was
Just
sick.
like pad.
It was sick.
It was like a bachelor pad, but like for us, it was like a.
I would come home and people would be in the attic, but like I didn't even invite over. Like my
me
friends.
and my homies.
No, but also like even our other friends would be having friends over in the attic. I'm like, hey
really
guys.
cool. We have to get some pictures or something.
I know. So I think we had her over to the attic. Okay, 'cause what's the first time you guys like?
No, we had her over to the attic and we showed her your vlogs.
Oh, okay. So, but like I think you had hooked up before.
Maybe like, oh no, it's like she came over to watch The Bachelor.
Oh, that was actually like our big like
Our
that
big
was our
social
move.
night?
No, that was just like also our like gay move too.
Yeah.
That was when we like had girls.
Oh, when we were like when I was like either playing Kaylee's wingman and she was playing mine, we'd be like, do you want to come over to watch The Bachelor with us?
Because we would have enough girls over, like it would be enough group of girls that it wasn't awkward, and like sometimes people would bring their significant others. So
we'd all
like,
be drinking, having fun.
Oh, just bring them over, bring a girl, like we're all watching The Bachelor.
Yeah, it was like
and,
casual.
Like, low key, like we're having dates on the couch. Our roommates are showing up with like their red wine, like what the fuck's going on? We're just plastered on like separate dates on like separate couches, like eyeing each other, like, do you think she's gay?
So I got set up with this girl. She came to the Bachelor night, but like she was low key, like really quiet, like the whole night, and just kind of like waited like around until like nobody left. Like at this point, like I wasn't really sure, like was it going somewhere, was it not? And eventually, when everyone left, like I think we started making out, and
But we also just like set you guys up to be left there.
yeah, it was like kind of a weird setup, but it like wasn't natural, and like I mean, I guess I can't say it never felt natural.
Anyways, we hooked up.
No, we hooked up a little bit, but it was actually like I remember because she was obviously the president of the Title IX club, so I was like really nervous to like make moves because like I don't know, I didn't want to come off like I mean I
consent.
Yeah, I want full consent, like, but this girl wasn't like communicating with me a ton, so I think the first time around like it didn't really go very far because I was just like nervous to kind of like make that move, like she wasn't gonna make that move. So like fast forward, like we hook up a couple times, like it's okay, it's never really like I don't know, I didn't really see it.
Like maybe max 3 times.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that many times.
Okay.
I didn't see it going.
I mean, whatever.
really
And like the
though.
span of like the 3 weeks that like this girl was hanging around, at one point she came over and all right, so side story, I used to make these private vlogs and I would post them unlisted on YouTube, and they were like videos of me and my friends getting like super trashed at like Mardi Gras. It was all college footage. And
Kaylee's a really good editor.
yeah, but they were inappropriate. Like I don't want anybody to see them. Like they were us in our raw
like for the
form.
memes.
And that was the point too. Like you could be as authentic as you wanted. I've used that word way too many times. That's bad. But you could be like whatever, like just natural because it was only for us to see. I would clip the video together. We'd all sit down and watch it, and it was lit. And so one time she came over, I had just finished editing some vlog. Who even gives a fuck what it was? I think it was Mardi Gras. And no, that's not the one. She sent in a different one than we showed her. Okay, so she came over and we're all sitting down and I'm like, oh, it's vlog night. Everyone get upstairs, like let's watch the vlog. We put it on the screen. It's hilarious. Everybody loves it.
It'd be like the release night. Like we'd go to Mardi Gras. Kaylee would be like filming the whole time, and then like
2 weeks later.
the whole squad would like gather like 2 weeks later to like rewatch our experience at Mardi Gras.
And like there's like shit you don't remember, like we
Which
were
is so,
cracking
yeah,
up.
it was so funny because we'd also catch like, I'd catch like my other friend like doing something crazy, like she's like stealing the baby, and like I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah, exactly, because you're not there the whole point. But you
Not
get
a real
to see-
baby.
Well, you get to see it through my eyes, I guess, because I'm the one fucking filming the whole shit.
Yeah.
But after, and like this is like kind of when I was like maybe at like vlog like 8, 9, 10, whatever, and so many people were getting invested in them that I had started like a second Instagram account to like post the links on. So
Like a
people,
private one.
Yeah, a private one. Like I accepted your follow so people could watch the links. The only people following this account were like my brothers, my cousins, and my very close friends, including like my sorority little and big. And like past that, nobody had access. That was like kind of like untrustworthy except for this girl and Mel's ex-boyfriends. He's always in the stories now.
I know.
I bet he watches this too.
I know.
Okay, well, fuck it. Okay, so time goes on. Mel lets her down easy like 3 times.
I did have to, okay, even though we were never really like officially dating, like, you know, lesbians, I had to break up with her like twice.
And like you had to
And it
invite
just,
her
like,
over
didn't-
to break up with her.
No, I texted her at first and I was just like, you know, like this isn't like, I don't know, like I think we should, like we're better off friends. And like we weren't like having a relationship at this point. So like, I mean, I feel like a text was like.
Still
you
after
know.
that, she like weaseled
After
her
that,
way
she
and
was just
like
like, she
coming
was
out
like,
with
no,
us.
like, do you want to talk in person? And I was like, yeah, I guess. I invited her over. We had to chat.
No,
She was
let her
kind of
down
like, I don't
easy.
understand, but like, I don't know. Like you either, and it's like nothing on you at this point. It's like you either have it for me or you don't. And like, I don't know.
The vibes were off.
I was also like pretty, I don't know. I was just I just wasn't into it. It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
She's a nice girl.
Anyways, like a couple weeks go on, and Mel and I actually had the same job on campus. We worked in sports information with.
We like filmed the volleyball games.
We did. We like were like the filmers. I would like edit highlight clips that were
For
horrible.
our work study.
For our work study. We made like $7 an hour, but we had to do it to keep some sort of scholarship, so we didn't have a choice but to work like the minimum hours.
We would like play the like halftime music and stuff.
And then, yeah, and then sometimes we would have like hours during the day. We would just go sit in our boss's office, who like we love her.
Danielle. Oh. My girl.
Danielle, we love her. Anyways,
I hope she's watching this.
we're sitting in her office. I get an email on my computer that says from Tri Delta, meeting, 420 in the Ville vlog. And I just lose it. I start freaking out. I'm like, oh my fucking God, Mel. I'm like trying to like throw the fucking computer to Mel. And because how did they get it? It's an unlisted YouTube video. So someone sent them the link.
Yeah,
And they had the
yeah.
link. They had the link. So I immediately go to fucking YouTube and I like fucking private everything. I'm like, oh my God. Because I didn't know if they got sent like the link to all of them because I had like a file with all of them or if they just had the individual link. And it was just the individual link.
Yeah.
So we immediately like, we just had to then out ourselves to our
No.
boss.
First we like sat down because we didn't know who did it at this point.
No, but we had to out ourselves to our boss at Sports Information because
to
she was
Danielle.
like, what are you
already
guys
knew.
freaking out about? And we were like, oh my God, like, oh, you're right, but we didn't know. We didn't know it was a gay thing yet. We just thought my vlogs got outed.
yeah.
But who could have done it? And so we were convinced it was Mel's ex-boyfriends for a while.
Which, like,
I
honestly,
hunted him
like,
down.
I know, we really did come after him. Like, did you do this? And he
But that
was
was
just
just
like,
a weird
no.
thing for him to do. Like, I don't even know that he would
He
know
doesn't
how
care
to find
enough.
Treadell's
No,
email.
we just didn't have any leads.
But I tracked him down in the library. I was like,
Well, it's because at this point, this was like weeks later.
no, it was.
Me breaking up with this
and
girl.
like not far enough for us to realize that it's not removed, but like but we had hung out with her like one time in between. I swear,
It was crazy, guys.
it was crazy. So I mean, at this point, you obviously fucking know that Becky did it, but we didn't know. We didn't know, and
had
so
no
we go
idea.
home and we start mapping out.
We're, like,
every
breaking out the
single
drawing
person
board.
who has the account, and I can also get on my like YouTube analytics and see the dates that the videos were watched. And sure enough, I get on this fucking YouTube thing, and it says like the date that I remember giving her the vlog code. She watched every single video.
Except for the one we showed her.
Except for the one we showed her, so we knew it was her. And then the day before it got sent to Tridel, or I got the email at least, just that one video was watched. And the funny thing about that one is we were on a trip in Nashville with my parents, like by ourselves. So like if she would have sent any other one, you would have gotten like maybe 10 girls in trouble, including other Tridelts, because like think about Francesca, like she was in some of the other ones.
Yeah.
But she sent the one that was just us two, and Mel was not in my sorority, so she wasn't gonna get any shit for it. Just me.
My sorority
Just me.
is just like Mel.
How
just like
crazy is
stands.
this? So, but at this point, we've contacted everybody. So I texted her and I'm like, hey, listen, like this is fucking serious. Like, did you send my vlog to Tridel? And she's like, oh my God. Kind of tries to say, no, she tried to say that she hasn't even watched them, which I know is false because I can see she's watched them. But I'm like, whatever. Maybe she's just trying to hide the fact that she went home and watched 12 hour-long videos of me and my friends. Like that's to each their own, but they're not that interesting. So I feel like even though after she denied it, we knew it was her because because of the YouTube. Like, because there was nobody else.
That was
also.
the stats.
The
numbers do not lie.
I also asked every single one of like the 35 followers.
Follow the money.
Follow the money. So this one, I know it's her, and there's no way for us to get any sort of confirmation except from Tridout because they're the only people who know.
Yeah.
But in order to get this information from Tridout, I was going to have to tell them that we were gay.
Well, because it's also like, what is the motive? Why would she do that?
Why would she do that?
Why would she send this to Kaylee's sorority when she had beef with me?
But we think the theory is that she thought that like
we were together. That was a rumor for a while.
That was a rumor for a while. We also like hyped up the rumor, so like we were complicit in that rumor going around school. We would post pictures. Like even my dad, who I don't talk to, like texted my brothers and was like, "Is Kaylee dating this girl?" Like I wasn't out of it. He did. My brother told me that. He was like, "Yeah, when I told Dad that you were gay, he was like, oh, I thought so because of that one picture she posted on Instagram, and it was a picture that me and you posted so people would think we were gay." Sorry. What does Taylor Swift say? Do I love the drama or does it love me?
Yeah.
I don't love the drama. It loves me. That's the story of my life. That's why I'm a Taylor Swift fan. So anyways, I'm like, all right, I'm the lawyer in me is like, I'm gonna fucking go into this Tridout meeting and I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna record it, which I did. Sorry, Tridout, like, come after me now.
Literally, good luck to anybody that crosses Kaylee.
Yeah, no, I am so nice, but the second you wrong me, I make it a personal mission to ruin you because it's fun.
It's like, you know that meme where they're like, it's like when you were a kid and someone told you you'd be a good lawyer and you were like, hell yeah, but then now looking back on it, you realize they were calling you an asshole.
And that's me. I'm actually a bitch, which is like the woman word for asshole. But I take it I'm a bitch. It's fine. I like it. Hey, it gets me a lot of places in life.
As long as you're authentic.
Hey, it got me my answer in this fucking story. So everybody, my Tridout meeting's at like 8:30, and there's just no way I'm getting out of this. Like that video was incriminating. Like all of the Tridout guidelines were broken in that single video.
And there was video proof of us.
And there's video proof
doing
like,
illicit activities.
That's not me. Like it was me. It was me.
We're like, yeah.
Yeah, it's so cringe that they fucking
so
watch
incriminating.
That.
Yeah.
And so all of my friends are sitting outside the Tridout house, like maybe like 4 or 5 of you guys, because like they want
we were
answers.
invested in this.
No, it was a whole fucking story.
It was like our own murder mystery show where we were like trying to find the culprit.
I gave up on school for like a whole 3 days to like invest myself in who the fuck outed me to Tridout.
We investigated.
No, we had a whiteboard going. It was intense. So I walk into this Tridout meeting. I have my voice recording because I'm gonna get this whole thing on footage. And they sit down and they're like, well, you know why we're here? And I'm like, yes, you got my video. I'd like to explain myself. And they're like, go ahead. I go, so it all starts. I tell them, it all starts when this bisexual girl named Becky took interest in my roommate Mel, who was also a lesbian. The best part of this whole story is, you know how like, if you don't know this, in sororities, there's like an adult, like actually employed person. I don't know, a cheerleader. Fuck if I know. There's an adult who's like actually employed to be like the chaperone of the sorority and kind of be like the person you go to talk to. So in this meeting,
I still can't believe that's a full-time job.
It is. In this meeting, it's the older woman who's like a full-time employee, and then like the president, the vice president, my old roommate who's the bitch who gets you in trouble, and all those other people. And I'm like, it's all my classmates. So like I know, like one of my old friends was there, my old roommate was there.
This is a small school. We know everyone.
Yeah, and we had just started coming out of the closet. So like I don't know if they knew. I'm sure some of them knew, but like I had surely not said it out of my mouth before.
Yeah, they probably just heard the rumors.
But the best part is
the rumors are what are they? All
the
terrible.
Rumors are terrible and cruel, but most of them are true.
Hey.
Man, we're on fire.
But
That's why Taylor Swift's gay. Okay, so I walk into this meeting and the lady who's like the full-time employee is wearing a Pride shirt. It's like the weekend after Pride. Apparently she's a lesbian. That worked out in my... Yes! No, I know that. No, I know that. She married some other Rhodes girl. Francesca told me. She sent me a screenshot of it.
Wow.
For real.
That's honestly
No,
lit.
maybe it wasn't a Rhodes girl. It was someone Francesca knew somehow, like whatever, but I got a full screenshot of it and I was like, hell yeah, but I didn't know, but she had a Pride shirt on, so I knew she was at least #ally. Valentina. Ally. Anyways, Valentina. We'll just start calling her Valentina. So, anyways, I go to this meeting. It's all these people, her gay shirt. I sit down and I'm like, this is gonna be easy. So I start telling the story. I say, so it happens, we met this girl, Becky, falls in love with Mel. They,
she's on a stage in front of like the entire like standards.
I'm like, they...
He was like, this is my moment.
They went on a couple... I'm telling a story like I'm fucking going up for an Oscar. I'm recording the whole thing. I'm ready. And I'm like,
oh boy.
So I can get the recording up. I still have it.
No, let's not do that.
No, I know, just for our own personal entertainment later.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm like, and they went on a couple dates and Mel was not interested. So she sat her down and told her, I'm not interested in you. And it actually took a couple times to get that through to her head. And then we thought we saw the end of her. Meanwhile, a separate rumor is going around about me and Mel being in a relationship because I'm also gay. So now I've outed like 3 people in this whole entire meeting.
If you know 2 lesbians, they must be dating.
Exactly. And so I think that she sent in this video. I also told them the YouTube stats. She sent in this video because she's trying to get back at me for stealing her woman from her. They literally were in tears by the time I was done. I had the standards committee like crying over our gay torture. And like, I think it was just because we were in the South. Like, it was okay.
Meanwhile, I'm like, womanizer, womanizer, oh, she's a womanizer.
No, it's all Mel's fault because like, the girl's gonna let you go. But after that, they said, yeah, it's from her. They confirmed to me that like my story was true because that's the person they got the video from. And so at that point I knew, I was like, we're right and she's fucking dead. I was in that, the second I heard confirmation, I said, I don't really give a shit what happens in the rest of this meeting. I got kicked out of the sorority. I did. They loved my sob story, but they still said you signed a contract that you would not do illegal activity XXYZ, and that was like 10 boxes checked. I said guilty as charged, but I had the information I needed, which was I was gonna go kill Becky. So then I walk out of the meeting. I bet they heard me yelling because I didn't even have the door shut before I'm walking out. And I'm like, it was her! All my friends just jump off the curb and they're like, yeah! We're like bitches with fucking pitchforks, like about to take down the gays, even though we aren't the gays.
Well, we were all so invested in this at this moment.
No, we knew it was her, but you have to have confirmation.
Yeah.
You have to have confirmation. Yeah. And so with that confirmation, somebody had said, I just passed her in the library. And I said, to the fucking library. We march our gay asses across campus. I fly open the library door. We see her. But before we go in, we're coming up with a game plan. Is it just gonna be me? Do we accost her as a group? Like, what are we gonna do? At that point, we decided it's just me. I start walking alone, and like 2 of the girls who were on the standards committee at Tried Out like walk by because they're just going to the library to study and see me about to take on the girl that they just told me sent in the rumor about me or sent in my video.
They're like, oh no.
They're like,
no.
But at this point, they're not in the standards meeting anymore, so they're probably invested in the drama too. Like,
they're like,
this is
stand
juicy.
close by just to listen.
They're like, these fucking lesbians and their drama, man. This is way better than our straight people shit at frat parties.
Lesbians live. Lesbians lie. Lesbians lie.
Fuck. Okay, so I walk right up to her. I walk right up to her in the library. She's got her fucking coffee in hand like a fucking bitch would. And I go, I know it was you. Are you going to apologize? She's like, what? What do you mean? I go, I just went to my Tried Out meeting. I said, I know Becky sent in this video. And they said, yes, she did. And then all she can turn to is the fact that like Tried Out told on her. Not that she didn't do it anymore. So, but I'm still stuck in the fact that she fucking did it. And I'm like telling her why
She's
she did
like,
it.
I can't believe they admitted it.
I know. And I'm like, you're just incriminating yourself further, Becky.
Right.
So I think that we exchanged a couple more words. She still fucking denied it. I'm like, whatever, squat out. We roll out. We get in like 4 cars. We pile back to our house. She apparently turns hysterical in the library and her friends had to like remove her, and they removed her back to their house, which happens to be across the street from our house.
It was a small school.
It was a small school, small street. So then we're in our house and I'm playing the video for everybody and we are fucking yelling. Like, we're shaking the house with how, like, crazy this whole story is. And meanwhile, she had a house across the street, like, seeing all this hoopla happen. Because she did it. And at one point, fucking, her friend came over and knocked on the door and was like, you shouldn't accuse her of this. And we convinced her, I think, that she did it too.
No, I mean, the facts lined up.
The facts, no, we got told, we got confirmation.
Yeah, it was...
And if anybody at Tried Out wants to contact me now and tell me that's not what happened, like, feel free, but that is what fucking happens.
I mean, there's still, like, there would be no one else that had motive.
And so, like, even though admitting that we were all gay did not keep me in my sorority, like, it was still worth it for our confirmation that it was fucking Becky and we needed to take her down.
Yeah.
I'm still not over it, too. Like, I just don't have any time, but the second I have time, it's still one of the personal missions of mine. I have a couple personal missions of people that I'm going to ruin one day. Not, like,
so
seriously.
aggressive.
Not seriously, but, like,
Hey, you know, the best form of revenge is success, baby.
And only the people who have, like, actually wronged me. Like, there's maybe a list of, like, 3. Okay, guys, let's play another round of Who's Saying That, Taylor Swift or an openly gay artist, where I read lyrics that are either from Taylor Swift or another openly gay artist, and Mel tries to guess. And you know what? We're gonna up the stakes this time. We're gonna declare a winner. Well, there's no stakes, but we're gonna declare a winner. 3 out of 5. I have 5 lyrics.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
You have to get 3 out of 5 to win. Otherwise, I win. I do have a theme for today. It's lyrics using she, her pronouns. So every lyric that I picked out from Taylor Swift or another person has the she, her lyrics in it. So you need to discern. First one. And now she's impatient. I'm complacent with a little taste of wasting time.
I think not Taylor Swift.
That's not Taylor Swift. I think it's Halsey.
Nice.
And you didn't see me here.
Halsey's in a women?
Halsey's bisexual. Actually, shout out to my cousin. She sent me that lyric. She was like, I'm listening to Halsey right now because I'm gonna go see her in concert and like this will be good for your game. I was like, rock on, Jillian, thank you.
Halsey.
And you didn't see me here. No, they never did see me here. And she's in my dreams.
That's not Taylor Swift.
That's Taylor Swift. That's from
She's in my dreams?
That's from her new song called Carolina, which like nobody can discern.
She's in my dreams?
Nobody can discern whether it's like about the state Carolina or like a person because it's just like so not
It's supposed
clear.
to be like a double entendre.
But she put an Instagram post, so it's for that movie she's coming out with, right? And she made an Instagram post saying like, I wrote this song forever ago about a girl who's lost X, Y, and Z. Never mentions the movie in the Instagram. And never like kind of explains whether the song is written from like the girl's perspective or about some girl that's in a dream. So it's just
From a
fucking
man's
gay. It's gay.
perspective.
Something's happening soon. The storm is rumbling. Tell her how you must have lost your mind when you left her all alone and never told her why.
That is Taylor.
That is Taylor. Do you know what song?
Hey, no.
It's How You Get the Girl. It's that song she wrote about getting girls from a man's perspective.
What?
You heard that one? You know that it's God, baby. When you're around her, she's God and I found her.
This is King Princess.
Oh, that's good. She finally knows. She finally knows. All right.
Let's go!
You won. There's your 3. All right, but I do have one more. You're probably going to get it. You're going to be good this time. Slept next to her, but I dreamt of you all summer long.
Slept next to her?
But I dreamt of you all summer long.
There's no way.
There's a way. It's in Betty, from a man's perspective.
What?
She writes Betty from a man's perspective, like the whole time is about a woman. Okay, let's get into our next story of Mel's forced outing.
Yeah. So on the topic of Force coming out, I've been working for this family for a while. I mean, I started working this job back in Memphis, so this family is like a Southern family. I would say they're pretty well off and like proper Southern, like kind of think.
It's exactly what you'd expect.
Yeah, like you ever watch The Help? That's dramatic. That's definitely over dramatic.
That's like also like way long ago in time period, but like kind of on
No, but like the South is still kind of like back a little bit back in time. My boss's wife actually like is also my boss. Let's call her Mary Jane. Mary Jane, you know, she's a Southern woman. She's always like interested in like who I'm dating, like what's going on. And
when are you gonna get married, have kids,
when
settle
am I gonna
down.
get married? I even like introduced her to my first boyfriend, and she like after like meeting him one time, she was like, "So is he the one?" And I was like, we'll see. So there was a period where like I kind of like she probably like hadn't heard anything like from me, who I was dating, like who I was seeing, like what guys I was seeing. Like she knew I broke up with my old boyfriend, but like I hadn't heard anything for a while after that. I think because she hadn't heard anything for a while, there was this really cute guy actually that kind of one of our clients' sons, but my age, like I mean super cute, super handsome, really nice guy. Like his family had money, like the ideal like Southern marriage situation. She was like, Melissa, like why don't you go for him? Like,
Viewing you as her daughter, she was like, yeah.
Yes, she was like, you should
Bring
go for
him
him. And I
home.
was like, you know, I mean, there's nothing I could say about this guy because I mean, he's
A catch.
he's a catch. He is a catch. And I think we were friends at this point, so he knew I was like literally dating my girlfriend at this time. It was just Mary Jane that was confused. She was like, why don't you date him?
Someone needs to fill her in.
I know. So she was going back and forth with me for a while until like one day she was like really like persistent about it, and I was like, I should just tell her. This is what I mean when it's like, do I just keep going with the lie, or like is it easier to just tell her? Like, I mean, what's she gonna do? Fire me? Like, I don't think.
It's gonna be awkward from now on.
Yeah, I mean, and I think.
But what do you do? You gotta rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, it's okay. One day we're like going back and forth about it. I'm like, you know, like I don't know, he's just like not my type. So, anyways, I leave, and then I ended up like texting her. I was like, so Mary Jane, like the
You
reason
texted her?
I did text her.
You didn't just tell her in real life?
I pussied out.
That's so classic.
I
That's
know,
so classic.
it's hard, guys. Like, okay, you amp yourself up about it. You're like, wait, I'm gonna do it. But like, okay, like I'm gonna tell my Southern boss that like.
No, that's why the key is you get it out before you know them too well.
No, I
Because
had already known her too well.
The
at this
second you know
point.
them too well, it's too
She'd
late.
known me dating men. She'd met my ex-boyfriend. Like, this was like out of left field for her, I think. You know, like just so out of the blue. She was just like, why won't you date this guy? And I was like, I'm sleeping with women now.
So is that you texted her? You said it.
I said, so, Mary Jane, the reason that I like won't go out with this guy is just because I'm actually in a relationship with a woman right now. So
Did she
like,
respond?
No, so she kind of left me on red for a while, and then she calls me. She calls me.
I wouldn't have answered.
No, she called
I would've
me
quit.
and like she like is like, oh my god, like it's so okay. Not oh my god, because she doesn't use the Lord's name in vain. I don't care. I don't mind. As if I'm like concerned that she minds. I don't care either way, you know? Like I don't think my husband will care either, you know? Like but I haven't told him yet. Like anyways, like, that's so fine. Like, I'm so chill with that, you know? Like, I'm fiscally conservative, but socially liberal.
Of course.
I'm like, okay, that's cool. It's cool. It's cool. We ended the whole conversation on, like, you know, well, if you ever decide to live a more traditional lifestyle, men will think this is hot.
Great. Okay, whatever. Let's get into your queerspiracies. We have a pretty good segment today, and if you're now new tuning in, our queerspiracies is Mel's segment where she tells us about people that are gay that we just never really discussed, haven't really thought about, and you can choose to believe it or not. We give
They
her
might be
honest
gay.
opinions.
They might not.
She comes with facts. She does her research.
The theme for today's episode is 90s cartoon characters.
And we missed last week. We did First Lady.
First one up on the agenda is Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls. She's green.
Green is a gay color.
Look at the rest of the evidence. So, apparently there's been a reboot of the Powerpuff Girls. I was reading this article. It says, Queer loves kiss LGBTQ representation in modern cartoons in the Powerpuff Girls 2016 episode of Once Upon a Townsville.
So that's gay. That we're not. I have no hesitation on that one.
Next up, you wish she was your science teacher, Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus. Look at her in this rainbow dress. Okay, so the original show of the Magic School Bus aired on PBS.
Oh, facts.
But now the reboot apparently is on Netflix.
Interesting.
It was on 2017. I have not seen it yet.
Not that you should be watching reboot of the Magic
No,
School
right?
Bus.
But like, she looks like super straight in the reboot. Like they like basically took away all of her sparkle.
So this is actually a reboot gone wrong.
Bitch media.
So a reboot gone wrong compared to the Powerpuff Girls where they made her gay. They turned Magic School Bus lady
They straightened her out.
Miss Fizzle into a Karen.
Think about like how versatile she is, like with her students. Like
All right, last but not least.
but
so I
not
think we're 2 for 2 on gay because I'll give them both gay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, but like no, those are both gay. Anyways, who we got next? Because this one's good.
in Scooby-Doo movie.
Exclusively in
We're talking about Velma from Scooby-Doo.
the real people one.
So first of all, like Velma and Daphne's outfits, like LGBT, like that's the lesbian pride flag. So apparently she was actually explicitly meant to be gay in the 2002 movie Scooby-Doo. I don't know if you guys remember like Mystery Island or whatever.
Fuck yeah, that was the best one.
No, it was the best one. I think I've seen it so many times. I
It's so
specifically
scary.
remember this scene with Velma walking out in this sexy orange suit.
No, it was like rubber.
Like, yeah.
She took her glasses off. She womanized us. She
Velma was looking
womanized us.
good.
Okay, fuck. So like our last story for the day is actually the time that I ended up coming out to Mel because I didn't really have a choice. So over the summer, I did actually speaking of Tinder, I did what all lesbians do, and I got on Tinder in my hometown and looked for a suitable woman who I would like. And the way that I use Tinder, I am so high maintenance that I look for people that I have mutual connections with because then I know they're not like an axe murderer. So I found this girl who I had like mutual connections with on Instagram. I was like, okay, she's got to be like safe at some point. And we started hanging out the whole summer. I had only told one of my friends, and then I was coming back to Memphis. And it was probably gonna end soon because like I was going abroad, but she happened to be flying up to Memphis like the week that I was there to visit her brother's graduation or something. And so I, you know, being the womanizer I am, was like, oh, hey, why don't you just move your flight a day and, you know, spend the night at my house, meet my friends. We've been hanging out all summer, it'll be great. And so she's like, okay, I'm in. I don't know why she said yes, because like I don't think she liked me. So because she's coming to visit, I have 2 options. And like she knew that I wasn't out to my family yet, so like we had already been doing kind of a secretive relationship, like while we were like together in our hometown. But when we were going to Memphis, like she knew some of my friends knew, some didn't. And so I was like, I have an option. I can either tell everybody I'm gay, or I can like tell her we need to like kind of hide it around these certain friends. But like I'm not a fucking loser. Like I'll just fucking, not that it's
Like,
a
at a
loser to
certain
stay in the
point,
closet.
it's just like,
at a certain point, like why am I hiding it from these people who like either are going to be my friends or not be my friends? Like I knew this was my truth at this point, and like I just had to like get it out there. Also, like I'm gonna break the ice because like I'm probably gonna date a girl next to you. Like I knew this wasn't forever with her, but like I at least just might start ripping the band-aids off. So I had to start somewhere. So I knew I needed to tell you because I knew you would meet her. And I bring like the first day I get back, I had told our friend Sally. So I had Sally come over and I'm like, okay, Mel's coming over. We're gonna tell her. And Sally's like, why is this an us thing? I'm like, you're my backup. Like you were fucking telling her together.
Like I'm gonna be like, Kaylee, like pray.
So I sat you down in the attic and I'm just like, oh, by the way, like, you know, I've been seeing a woman and she's coming to visit in 24 hours.
So like, do you know what to do? Like, should we watch gay porn?
And then she made me watch gay porn. I actually this is serious. I was so embarrassed and like so internally homophobic that I told them that like nothing had ever happened because I just
Like,
wanted
I've never
to.
been with a woman.
I'm like, no, we just made out.
ourselves.
I had plenty of experience before that, but I just like didn't need to. No, all we've ever done is kiss. And Mel was like, well, I will sit you down and we will watch gay porn and I will show you exactly what to do to a woman.
I'm just that
She's
kind
dating
of
a
friend.
man. She wanted to watch the gay porn herself. She wanted the excuse. We did. We sat down for like a whole afternoon, and us two and one of our other friends like watched gay porn because they were showing me what to do, and I was sitting there like.
I was like, you see that
like,
technique, Kaylee? You gotta
I was
use
sitting there
that.
like texting girls that I had like hooked up with, like, oh my fucking god, like they literally like, how do I get out of this? I'm like being attacked by straight women right now. Like I don't know what
Kaylee's
to
like,
do.
no, I'm really good. I'm really good. I was
It
like,
honestly
no,
makes a
we
lot
must
more
watch.
sense now. Like, if
Oh, I
you
know.
didn't end up gay, that might have been like a hate crime. But because you ended up gay, it's fine. And the other thing is, I also had to tell my roommate, and that was like the hardest one for me because I knew she knew. Like, she was always convincing
definitely
me
knew.
of hooking up with one of my friends, and I was like,
definitely
no,
knew.
no, no. And I went to dinner with her and one of my other friends, Anna, who knew, and Anna fucking outed me. She said, isn't your girlfriend coming to visit next week? And my roommate was like, excuse me?
When were you gonna tell me that?
Yeah, and I was like, I was gonna get it out within the next 72 hours, but I thought I had 72 hours. Thanks, Anna. Okay, guys, so I am currently wearing my Kales merch, which I will turn around. There are scissors on the back. There's scissors in the back of my merch, and the front is a lesbian flag. The link is in my bio on TikTok and Instagram if you want your own, but I put out a TikTok recently and said, send me your best coming out story, and I will send you a free pair of merch, and this is the best one I got. Mel hasn't heard it yet. I read all the
haven't yet to
options.
hear it.
There were some great submissions. I'd like to give a runner-up to the girl who told me that in order to tell her best friend, she made them turn all the lights off in the room because she said she couldn't tell her without looking in her face.
That's fair.
You know what? I'll fucking send you a
Honestly.
shirt anyways. DM me on Instagram because that story fucking
Yeah,
killed me.
homegirl, you had a shirt.
It was so funny. No, it was so funny. She basically said that she couldn't tell her friend that she was gay because the lights were on. So she was like, hey,
You turn the lights
she
off.
told her, she said, I'm better at doing this in the dark.
Honestly, that's a great strategy.
And her friend was like, you're better at what? Doing what in the dark? And she was just like, I'll tell you when the lights are off. They turn the lights off. She still can't get it out. Eventually, she just had to like text her and like show her the message or something. Get this. The best part of her story is her dad was waiting outside the door the whole time and eavesdropping on the whole conversation.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No
I'll
way.
send you a shirt. Yeah.
Oh, I cannot even. How do you even get better than that? That's
I mean, that one was really good, but
honestly, that's a great strategy. Like, I would use that.
no, I mean those are equal stories. That's why I had to tell it. But this one was just funnier because it was written out really short.
Okay.
My mom caught me lying about something and she took my phone away. I knew she would go through it and find out I was gay, so I jumped out of my room and the window in my room and made a run for it. My brother saw me, called my parents, and they began chasing me down. Eventually, they caught up to me and threw me in the car. I had to just blurt out, I'm bi. And we've never spoke of it since that day. She jumped out a window and told her parents she was gay, and they've never talked about it again. How could I not pick that as a winner? She jumped out of a window.
insane.
So either way, thank you for sending me your coming out stories. And if you're watching this and have one, keep them coming because we'll do something like this every week, whatever.
Totally.
All right, guys, that's enough of hearing us talk gay shit. Let's get
Yeah.
out of here until episode 3. We're thinking we're gonna start like an every other Wednesday kind of thing, but
Stay tuned.
fucking we have ADHD. So yeah, it comes and it goes.
Maybe you'll get the next episode this week. Who knows?
Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. All our socials are in the bio.
My
on
77
Instagram.
followers. Shout out to
Make
you.
it, hey, make it 78. Make it 78. Well,
Let's
thanks for
go.
coming to episode 2 of
Get the fuck out of the closet.
Let's kick it out of here with lesbian drama.
Lesbians can, lesbians cry. Lesbians could, lesbians should, lesbians die.
Oh, drama.
All right, we're fucking out of here, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.